Remember when our dollar bills were this size instead of this size? I don't recall what year they discontinued these king-size jobs. But the odd thing about this old bill is that it came from the pocket of the most freewheeling spender Millsburg has seen in some time. But then, there were several odd things about this fellow. As a matter of fact, the day he registered at the Majestic Hotel, desk clerk Harry McGill didn't know quite what to make of him.
Well, how many nights are you going to be with us, Mr. Carter?
Oh, I figure on being here in the daytime, too.
I mean, you just stopping here for a couple of days, or you're going to stay here for a while?
Oh, for a long while. I plan to live here.
Oh, I see. Well, all right. Well, that means you qualify for our resident rates. Well, you're from right here in Millsburg.
That's right. You may have heard of us. Me. Carter Brothers Junk Shop down on Railroad Street?
Oh, yeah, sure. The second-hand store.
It's a junk shop.
Well, I have you in 214, Mr. Carter. That's the second floor front. Eddie! Yeah, there doesn't seem to be a bellboy available right now, but you can go on up to the room and I'll have your bag sent up in a moment.
Why, that's very nice. Thank you.
Come in. Oh, I'm sorry. I was expecting Mrs. Webster, the chambermaid, to come back.
No. I'm your neighbor. Your new neighbor?
Hmm?
Just checked in. Name's Carter.
Oh, how do you do? My name's Brooks.
Please. I don't want to interrupt what you're doing, but I figure the friendly thing to do is to get acquainted with your neighbors straight off.
Hmm?
My first name's Ellis. I figure that friends are the best thing a man can have. My, that is a view, isn't it? Yes, sir. Beats all how you can live in a town all your life and never really see it.
You, say you've lived here all your life?
Yes. Maybe you've heard of us. Me. Carter Brothers Junk Shop.
Mr. Carter? I've been looking for you, sir. Your bags are in the room and everything is ready for you. Will there be anything else, sir?
Oh, no. That's mighty nice of you.
Well, if there is, let me know. I hope you enjoy your stay here, sir.
Why, thank you.
Thanks for taking care of Mr. Carter, Eddie.
Well, what did you do that for, Mr. Brooks?
Oh. Well, they expect a tip, you know. It's customary.
Oh, for the whole dollar?
Well,
I can't let you pay that for me. No, sir. Something wrong?
no, it's just that I haven't seen one of these old-style bills in years. Carter's Junk Shop, you say?
Yes, sir. Down on Railroad Street.
And you say he has a lot of them?
Yeah, all sizes, all denominations. He has rolls that would choke a hippopotamus.
One of the Carter brothers gave you that?
Yeah.
Then those rumors about Ethan and Ellis Carter must be true.
What rumors?
Oh, people say those two miserly old hermits have a fortune stuffed away in mattresses and so on.
Doesn't that old-style bill prove it? Where else could you get one nowadays, except out of an old mattress?
Nowhere. What stumps me is, why would Ellis suddenly move into the hotel? For 30 years, those two brothers have lived together in a room in back of their junk shop.
Oh, I don't know why he did it, but frankly, I wish he hadn't moved in next to me. He spends most of his time in my room. I can't get any work done.
Probably misses his brother. Old Ethan's the one who runs things. The story is he took Ellis into the junk shop when Ellis was starving during the Depression years. Been taking care of him ever since.
They even say that Ethan buys Ellis's clothes for him at rummage sales.
I can believe it. You should see the outfit he wears.
But why has he moved into the hotel? It doesn't make sense.
Well, maybe he... Don't look now, Cameron, but there's your buddy.
Hmm?
Hello, Mr. Brooks. I don't want to bother you, but Mr. McGill at the hotel said I might find you here. Could I talk to you a minute?
Sure, Ellis. What's your problem?
Well, sir, I was just thinking that maybe I might get me a new suit of clothes, and I wondered, could you advise me on a good place to go?
Well, the Emporium is a good place.
Oh, I'm glad to hear you say that. I was just noticing their ad in the paper showing some nice suits at $40. Maybe you could go with me and help me pick it out.
Well, I'd like to, Ellis, but I'm pretty busy today.
Here we are, see there? $40.
Well, now, those are sport coats, just the coat.
No pants?
No pants.
Well, I'd have to have pants. But I would like to get a whole suit like this one here.
You like that?
Don't you?
Maybe I had better go with you after all. Come on.
They sure do feel soft. But I'm torn between this and the $59.95. I just don't know. What do you say, Mr. Brooks?
Well, it's up to you. You're the one who has to wear the suit.
Here, let's slip into the coat again. You can tell better how it looks then.
Well, I just don't know. Mr. Brooks, you decide for me.
Oh, no. You make your own decision, Ellis.
I guess I won't take any today.
Oh, no. You came in here to buy a suit, so you buy one.
Yeah. I wish Ethan was here. I'll take this one and those two over there.
Oh, now, wait, Ellis. There's no need to do that. Take the one you have on, and then get maybe a jacket and a couple of shirts and ties.
Yes, that's it. That's exactly what I want. Sure didn't mean to take up so much of your time, Mr. Brooks, but I don't know what I'd have done without you.
Well, you look pretty sharp now.
Yep, I did pick out some right nice duds, if I do say so myself. To tell the truth, Mr. Brooks, that's the first time I picked out any clothes for myself in 30 years. In a regular store, that is. You see, Ethan always insists... Hello, Ethan. I want you to meet my friend. Ethan, wait.
Are you talking to me?
Haven't I the right? I'm your brother.
My brother? Not anymore. Look at you, dressed up like a dandy. How much of our money have you squandered already?
Haven't squandered anything. I just bought a few duds I needed.
Needed? I suppose your fancy friend talked you into that. How long till he gets all your money?
Now listen, Ethan. He's my friend. The first real friend I ever had. You understand that?
Alice, you better come home with me where you belong before you get in real trouble.
No, Ethan. I can't do that. That was my brother.
I figured that.
Do you think I ought to go back to Ethan?
I wouldn't have any way of knowing that. It probably depends on your reasons for leaving him.
Yes. Reasons. I guess a body does things without stopping to think what the reasons are. My reasons are... Ethan. No, I don't mean that. Ethan's a good man. I owe him everything. He took me in when I needed him bad, but... Well, he's got his ideas of life, and I've got mine. But we always lived by his idea. I ain't so sure now that it was even living. Do you know, we never really had any friends. To Ethan, people were either somebody you bought old junk off of for as low as you could, or somebody you sold old junk to for as much as you could charge them, and that's all. Reason for leaving? Sounds silly now, but the thing that finally did it was a television set. A cheap little TV.
5, 6, 7.
Where did that come from?
I bought it. It was on special.
Bought it? Why waste good money on a TV set when we've got a whole shelf full of them?
Those are no good. For once, I wanted something in my life that was new. I'm tired of living a second-hand life. Tired of wearing second-hand clothes, sitting on second-hand chairs, sleeping in a second-hand bed. Tired of scrimping and saving, stuffing our money away in cracks and crannies. And for what?
For what? You can ask that. You who came crawling in here with not a penny in your pocket and no food in your stomach?
That was 30 years ago, Ethan. 30 years. I've repaid that 1,000 times, haven't I? I've earned my share of the money, and I aim to enjoy some of it.
The set goes back.
No, Ethan. All right. I'll go too.
Now you listen, Ellis. You and me know where our next meal is coming from, and we know... Ellis, what are you doing?
It's half my money, and I'm taking it with me.
You're not going no place. This is your home.
Not anymore.
Ellis! Ellis! You put that money back. You don't know how to handle money. You need me to take care of you, Ellis. I swore I'd always do that.
Well, you can unswear it, Brother Ethan. It's all done for now.
Now, you wait, Brother Ellis. You're taking more than your half.
There's more left in this mattress alone than I'm taking. More than enough to keep you if you live to be 190 years old.
Ellis, you're going to regret this day. Because next time when you come crawling back...
There won't be a next time, Ethan. I'm never coming back. Never. And I meant that, too. I still mean it. I'm never going back to that life. I'm going to live like a human being. I'm going to have friends. Yes, sir. Friends. And I'm going to spend money like it was intended to be spent. I'm going to buy me a new life. Easy. Easy now, Eddie. Don't scratch you. Oh, how do you do, Mrs. Webster? What do you think of my new TV set? She's a beauty.
Yes, that's very nice. Well, will there be anything else now, sir?
Hmm? Oh, yes, sir. Here you are, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Carter.
Thank you, Mr. Carter. What do you want to watch, Mrs. Webster?
Oh, I couldn't watch now. I have to get my work done.
Oh, you needn't do all that picking up after me. You do too much for me as it is. I swear I don't know how I can ever thank you.
It's just part of my job, Mr. Carter.
Oh, no. Not all that isn't. And that's why I, got you this. I don't know a whole lot about perfume, but I hope this is the flavor you like, Mrs. Webster.
Oh, well, you mustn't do things like this, really.
But I want to. That is, if you don't mind. You see, Sure you won't sit down and watch the TV?
Thank you, but I do have to finish my work, you know.
Yeah, sure. Well, maybe sometime in the evenings. I mean when you're done working. Or maybe even sometime you and me might go to the movie? Like tonight?
Yes. Well, that would be very nice, but I go to bed very early because I have to get up so early. But I certainly do thank you, and I'm sure you understand.
Yeah. Sure. You know, it's a funny thing. A fella finally gets himself to a position where he can buy what he wants and do what he wants. But he gets there so late in life, he hasn't anyone to do it with. Maybe some Sunday afternoon, you'll take a drive with me in my new car?
You bought a car?
Not yet, but here's the one I'm considering. That big, long sedan there.
Oh, that's so expensive. Does Mr. Brooks know you're planning to buy an automobile?
Say, that's a good idea. I'd better get his opinion. I put a lot of dependence on what he says.
Well,
I won't take but a second of your time, Mr. Brooks, but I want to check this with you. What do you think of that for a car? For me?
well, Ellis, that's a fine car, but my gosh, it's about the most expensive one you can buy. What do you need a car like this for?
Well, to drive out in the country and drive back from the country.
Okay, but you don't need a whole limousine to do that. Just by yourself, alone.
Yeah, you're right. Nothing's much good to a man alone.
Oh, I don't mean that. I just mean, well, you ought to be more careful how you spend your money. You might wind up broke.
Ellis, I want to talk to you. Would you come out here?
How are you, Ethan?
Poorly.
I'm sorry to hear it. You haven't took sick.
No, I haven't took sick. Well, I haven't had much of an appetite of late. Oh, not that I'm lonely or anything like that.
Of course not.
It's just that I don't like to see half of our place going to waste. Ellis, I've come to take you home.
No, Ethan.
I know I shouldn't be doing this. I gave you your warning, and I've given you time to think it over. But it's plain you're not coming to your senses on your own. So I've come to take you home.
But this is my home. I live here now.
A hotel's not home.
I found it pleasant. I've made friends here.
It's a den of iniquity.
No, Ethan.
You've fallen in with evil companions.
Now, listen.
Riotous living, the book calls it, squandering your substance. Ethan!
I've met no evil companions here. For the first time in my life, I have friends. They haven't taken a thing from me except I've given it freely. They've taken me for just what I am, with no strings.
You wait till your money runs out. Then see where your fine friends are. And when they desert you, expect no fatted calf from me, Brother Ellis. There'll be no fatted calf.
Hello? Lloyd! What's the idea of calling a man in the middle of the night? What? So that's what it is. Well, sleep in his room, I suppose. No, I better wake him, Lloyd. We'll be right over.
Carter. There's not enough left of those bills to identify them. There must have been quite a bit of money there.
Chief, here's the culprit that started this old TV set.
Short it out, I suppose. These old ones will do it.
Was he able to save anything?
Nope, not a thing. Well, there's not much more we can do here. Good night.
Good night, Chief.
Thanks for your help.
It's pretty late. I better get down to the office and write this up. You coming, Chris?
You go ahead, Lloyd. I'll take her home.
You know, I never did care much for this sign. Next time I think we'll get one of them neon ones that flashes on and off.
Next time? I'm afraid there isn't going to be a next time, Ellis. Nothing's left, not even any of the money to rebuild.
Well, there's money. I put all mine in the bank. I always did think Ethan was wrong not trusting the banks. And I always did hate sleeping on that lumpy money-stuffed mattress.
Well, Ellis, you mean a new Carter Brothers junk shop will rise out of the ashes like a phoenix?
Phoenix? No, right here in Millsburg.
And after all your resolutions, never to go back.
Well, you see, Mr. Brooks, things are different now. Ethan needs me now. Ethan, you're a sight in that outfit. First thing in the morning, we've got to get you some pants. But right now, let's go home, brother.
In my next chapter, a young boy's challenging letter plays havoc with Editor Ramsey's life. I'll tell you all about it when you return again for another look at Millsburg through my window on Main Street. And remember, continuing research by Tony means finer beauty products for you. Good night.